As they weaponize the KRA, we will do the complete opposite. We will professionalize the KRA, digitize the KRA, and make sure that it collects all the taxes professionally. And the 60% of the taxes that are not collected as VAT, we will make sure that we will create the mechanism, the digital platform, so that we can collect taxes and we don't have to fight Kenyan enterprises and destroy people's businesses. Thank you very much. Our competitors have proposed that they want to change the constitution so that they can make the judiciary to be subservient and to be accountable and to be answerable to the executive. We want to tell our competitors we will do the complete opposite. On our first day, we will operationalize the judiciary fund so that we can free the judiciary, give them financial independence so that they can discharge their responsibility of sorting out disputes, making sure that criminals are put behind bars, and making sure the corrupt find their place in jail, by making sure that they have the independence to discharge their responsibility without the current encumbrances imposed on them by resources that are not being released, because there is a deliberate move to ensure that the judiciary fund has not been operationalized, yet it has been in our laws for the last 10 years. The Jubilee Coalition we formed a decade ago was formed through a covenant to eliminate the politics of hate, division, and ethnicity. Political competition organized around ethnic division is toxic. Yet many politicians accept this to be the essence of democracy. Our covenant formed the foundation of a new approach, issue-based politics, institutionalized through national political parties. We succeeded in demonstrating that democracy does not go hand in hand with chaos, confusion, or instability. We have shown that democracy does not express itself through discrimination, exclusion, division, suspicion, or conflict. In government, we focused on delivering those projects and programs that would enable the state meet the people at their point of need. Therefore, we swiftly transformed the country through unprecedented investments in infrastructure as the springboard to effective, efficient, and sustainable service delivery to all parts of Kenya. As a result, we built a new, modern, 700-kilometer-long standard gauge railway, constructed 10,000 kilometers of new tarmac, and connected 6 million people to electricity. We also set up 150 technical training colleges. The next phase of our transformation was going to be the Big Four agenda, which would leverage these foundational undertakings to ensure that the economic and social rights of Kenyans would be actualized by creating jobs for millions of young people out of school, out of college, and out of our universities. It would also transform agriculture to increase food production and to lower the cost of living and increase money in the pockets of millions of farmers. Big Four would also radically change our delivery of healthcare by rolling out a comprehensive universal health program. This would complete the task of transforming Kenya that we had been assigned in 2013. I have been engaged in political leadership and associated activities since my university days. Obviously, I did not have the opportunity in those days to seek presidential nomination. But I rose from the bottom of the party pyramid, working my way up until I entered party leadership and eventually became a member of the National Assembly at the age of 31. I was an assistant minister at the age of 33 and a cabinet minister at the age of 36, and an opposition MP at the age of 37. And that has sort of formed the basic rhythm of my career ever since. In that time, I have learned a lot, made mistakes, achieved successes, and refined my leadership philosophy and vision for this country. I have learned that leadership failures can cost the country tremendous opportunity and inflict irreparable harm on those many people who depend on us. I have learned that the biggest mistake a government or a party can make is to fail the inclusion test. My original political intuition that governance is all about the people and that development can only be sustainable if programs are designed on the people's terms. I have learned that continuous engagement with the people is indispensable to effective governance, and that leadership works and listens more and speaks less. My first bid for a party's nomination to contest the presidency was in 2007, which I did not win, and I conceded defeat and went all out to support the party and its candidate then. I believe we made a good account of ourselves. My second bid for a presidential nomination was in 2013. This was again deferred, as my party subsequently resolved to merge with another party. In the interest of coalition building and broader strategic interests, I divided my bid and once again gave my all in successfully delivering the presidency and a wholesome parliamentary majority. Today, I know without any shadow of doubt that the time has come to represent the hustler nation. The time has come to go all the way to the finish line and secure the place of the hustler nation at the decision-making table. Let the message get out from this very moment and from this place that I am ready, that I will do everything and my best at that, and most of all, that I am determined to give you a campaign you will be proud of, and to win. And to win for our party, our coalition, and for the people of Kenya. Let the word reach out to our friends as well as our rivals. that we are prepared and we are inspired to do all we can to go to every place and to work with everyone to open the doors of inclusion, opportunity, and enterprise in order to move Kenya to the higher level. After all, this is what hustlers do every day. I thank everybody who is with us here today, in person as well as in spirit, including the millions of Kenyans following this event on radio, on television, and online through various platforms. I am grateful for your support, sacrifices, and the time you have taken to congregate at this culmination of a most eventful journey in our lives. I do not take your support and your time and your interest for granted. And as always, I welcome you to walk with us on this road until we knock on the gates of our glorious tomorrow. I thank our party delegates for the work they have done in guiding the Hustler Nation through a transparent nomination process, and for their consideration in bestowing upon me the immense responsibility of representing the United Democratic Alliance in the forthcoming presidential elections. I am profoundly humbled and immeasurably honored. And I accept your nomination to be the United Democratic Alliance candidate in this year's presidential election. I accept your nomination to be the United Democratic Alliance party candidate in this year's presidential election with gratitude to the Almighty God, recognition of the significance of this moment, and an acknowledgement of the work remaining and the road ahead to that day that we all look forward to. I will live up to your trust. I shall do my very best to exceed your expectations, and I shall neither stop, nor pause, nor slow down, nor hesitate until what you have asked of me is delivered. Let us take this moment to appreciate and salute those who participated in this exercise. Tracy Wanjiru, a courageous lady still in university, resolved to transcend all the intersecting setbacks and barriers to her aspiration to offer leadership and to make her voice heard. Jeffnel Nyakwama also rose up to meet this hustler moment by emphatically saying and demonstrating that the youth of this country have a place in leadership at every level. These young Kenyans fill my heart with joy and hope. In them, I see myself back in the old days, animated by a vision for change and itching to have a go at leadership. In them also, I see a hopeful future in a country where youth, wealth, name, circumstances of birth, ethnicity, gender, and disability are not considerations nor obstacles to accessing opportunities or realizing aspirations. As you are perfectly valid and good to go. You did not wait to be invited to the leadership conversation. Sometimes the invitations never come. You took your chances, entered the room, and sat at the table. please do not leave the table. Let us keep talking, working, and growing together. I thank the United Democratic Alliance for extending us all opportunities to contest leadership positions without discrimination. Let us always strive to live up to our fundamental ethos of uniting our nation through the inclusive and participatory quest for opportunities for everybody. I am aware that this time round, there are thousands of young people giving everything to our movement: resources, time, strength, ideas, and moral support. I know that many youth have come forward to stand as candidates, and yet many others are mobilizing, sensitizing, and participating in other meaningful ways. The Hustler Nation is a young nation. The voice, as well as the aspiration of Kenya's young people, form an essential pillar of our movement. I therefore want to register my gratitude and appreciation and assure you of my commitment to open up opportunities for young people to thrive and drive the progress of our nation. We believe in an independent judiciary. We want the judiciary to discharge their mandate, independent of the executive. We want the judiciary to provide its oversight role over the other arms of government. We want the judiciary that will stand tall and make sure that they discharge their responsibility without encumbrances of matters to do with financial dependence on other arms of government. We want a judiciary that will be truly independent, that does not receive telephone calls from the executive for them to write judgments. We want a judiciary that is truly independent.
My name is Charles Maloba, and I'm a director at Cornerstone Leadership Limited. We are specializing in creating value and creating wealth on land.
On land,
yeah, like this.
You want people to invest on lands?
Yes, we want people to invest on land because when you look at money, it loses value very fast.
Very fast.
But what happens is you need to find very good ways that you can retain the value of your money. So one of the key ways that we've found is buy property, and when do you buy it? Now. Then keep it. If you want to use it later, that's fine. But then again, if you decide you don't want to use it, maybe to build a home, you can dispose of it. That gives you income. Then for us as Cornerstone Leadership, we are also finding ways to ensure many people can get homes. Yes. And not just homes, but beautiful homes. That's why we look for beautiful places like this. I mean, look at this scenery.
The view, the beautiful view.
Look at the view. You can see more hills on that side.
Even the Kilimambogo is just next to us here.
Bogo on that side.
Yani,
look at the valley.
You mean
valley
if
here.
Somebody can invest here, anaweza kuwa neighbor ya Kilimambogo pale.
There's something that we call site visit. Okay, that is when unataka kukuja ujione wewe mwenyewe, and I will advocate for you guys to come and view this land for yourself. Tusiseme tu na usiekelee blindly, pia wewe kuja ujione. Every Saturday kuna kuwaga na site visit. Sawa, pale Kencom mnachukuliwa, and for more information just call this number down here, Fervent. They're going to help you with all the details that you want. I can tell you for sure, this place is legit. I can tell you for 100% sure. This place, Fervent, hawezi kutupa. Pesa yako haiwezi potea. Cannot, it can't. Haiwezi.